Pada malam 17 September 2023 di Romeoville, Will County, Illinois, polisi melakukan welfare check di sebuah rumah dan menemukan satu keluarga sudah tidak bernyawa.
Oh God.
I need more units here. Hold this.
Dan yang melakukan aksi kejam ini adalah selingkuhan dari korban sendiri. Tapi dalang asli di balik pembandaian ini bakal bikin kalian bilang bego banget ke pelaku utamanya. Selamat datang di Dimensi Arsip, ini adalah kasus Nathaniel Huey Jr. Semuanya bermula ketika ibu dari sang korban, Zoraida Bartolomei, mendapat kabar mengejutkan dari tempat kerja menantunya, Alberto. Alberto dikenal sebagai karyawan yang sangat rajin, sehingga ketika dia mendadak bolos tanpa kabar, pihak kantor langsung curiga dan menghubungi sang ibu. Panik dengan kabar itu, sang ibu mencoba menghubungi Zoraida dan Alberto berkali-kali, namun tidak ada satupun panggilan yang direspon. Karena takut terjadi sesuatu yang buruk, sang ibu akhirnya memutuskan untuk menelpon 911.
I'm calling for my daughter, Zoraida Bartolomei. She lives Concord Avenue, Romeoville, Illinois. And we haven't heard from her or her husband or her children during the whole day. No answering the phone. If somebody can go by the house and check them. Because the husband, they called from his work that he didn't show up to work. And he never, he's always at work.
Okay, give me 1 second. Did you last hear from your daughter?
All day today, I haven't heard from her.
But when did you last talk to her? Yeah,
last night.
Last night? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to send officers over to check on her, and somebody will give you a call back, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank
no
you.
problem. That's what we're here for.
Menerima laporan tersebut, pihak kepolisian langsung bergerak menuju ke lokasi untuk melakukan welfare check. Namun saat petugas yang berniat memastikan keselamatan keluarga ini justru mendapati situasi yang sangat mencurigakan di dalam rumah.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, I got a TV knocked over and a coffee table knocked over.
Keep shining so I can kind of see a little bit better now.
Okay.
Nothing in this room.
I'm saying the lights are off. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
And no, there's lights on in the back room. You can see it through that second.
Go in the back here real quick. You with me.
We're coming up 23.
You guys hold the front, okay? From a position of cover, please. I don't know if anybody's in there or not.
You got another door right here.
Hey, you know what? Hey, one of you guys holding this one. One of you guys holding the front.
We're no other side doors, right?
No, not that I know of. Hey, Ron.
Yep.
Here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm gonna boot it. We're gonna go nice and slow, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys stay right on me.
Yep. I'm going over your right shoulder.
You watch our 6 as we move through the house, okay?
These fucking lights are looking. See.
Corey, come up here, cover this door, this window. Fuck, this lights is dead, god damn it.
Christian, yes.
Here, watching.
Sight.
No, I got one.
Check the door.
Here,
Door
cover the window.
Why don't you check the door handle first before we get to it?
Here. Stand by. Doors open. Alright.
Ready?
Hold on.
Dispatch Romeoville 315. Something retreat traffic.
Maintain the 32 drivers, please. Alright, Ron. Alright. Yep. I'm with you, Ron. Romeo, please, anybody here? Move up. Romeo, please, anybody here?
Body.
Alright. Where you going? No, here. Hold it, Corey, hold it.
I got you.
43, you got 142 bodies. What do you got? Corey, you got a light switch over there?
Nothing's working.
Alright, cool. Lights up. Alright, that's what I thought. Okay, cool.
It's that door right there. Is that the outside?
Tag out. Ryan, you're up first.
All right, course.
Corey, so Ryan up first, man.
Body's going to be down on the floor on your right.
Got you. Alright, here.
Di sini, polisi menemukan Zoraida dan suaminya Alberto, serta kedua anak mereka sudah tidak bernyawa dengan luka tembak. Bahkan kedua anjing peliharaan mereka pun tak luput ditembak. Lebih dari 20 selongsong peluru berserakan di lantai. Dugaan awal polisi mengarah kepada kasus perampokan sadis. Namun, dugaan perampokan itu mulai patah setelah polisi memeriksa rekan-rekan kerja Zoraida. Dari keterangan mereka, polisi mengetahui bahwa Zoraida memiliki hubungan gelap dengan teman sekantornya bernama Nathaniel Huey Jr., serta sempat menerima berbagai pesan ancaman. Petunjuk ini kemudian semakin kuat setelah polisi memeriksa ponsel Zoraida yang ditemukan di lokasi dan menemukan percakapan serta pesan-pesan yang berkaitan dengan Nathaniel. Dari sinilah nama Nathaniel mulai masuk ke radar polisi sebagai terduga pelaku. Akhirnya, polisi langsung mendatangi pabrik tempat mereka bekerja dan meminta keterangan dari Nathaniel.
I gotta ask, did you have anything to do with this? Okay. You know I have to ask, and you know that your number is going to be in her phone, and we're going to find your text messages, and we're going to find that stuff, and I want to get a surprise later on that you guys are fighting, or that there was something going on between you two, or the three of you that I don't know about, you know? Nothing like that.
Nobody was threatening anybody. We weren't fighting. Like, really, she's like fucking angel, you know what I'm saying? Like, sweet girl, so like.
I don't know. I mean, did she ever tell you, like, you know, I'm worried, I'm scared of my husband, or I'm worried, I'm scared of a neighbor?
He didn't seem like threatening. The reason, like, we were, like, really, like, taking everything, like, really slow, because, like, he just seemed like he was a pretty nice, easygoing guy, but, like, just kind of one of those things of, like, you know, she's not happy, you know, so, but like he was good to the kids, so you know, sort of like that.
When you say you guys were gonna like move forward, so were you guys like actively looking to try to get a place together or something?
Yeah, it was like, you know, it was slow, just kind of like it's only a couple of months kind of thing. So
yeah,
like, you know, just I don't know how to explain it.
No, I get it.
A woman can explain it better.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Tapi pas polisi minta izin ngecek ponselnya buat membersihkan namanya dari daftar terduga pelaku, Nathaniel tidak langsung menyerahkan ponselnya dengan alasan ada privasi yang nggak boleh dilihat.
Like what we're asking for is consent to get the text messages off your phone between you and her, to Snapchat or whatever it is between you, so we have both sides of it. Trying to eliminate you as a suspect, but
It's on the computer, right? You can get it on the computer.
no, we have to take the phone, we plug it in, we take it out, and we give your phone back.
Oh, I didn't have anything in there. I guess I think you guys just go on the computer.
I agree with you, but again, there's it would take us, you know, a couple hours to pull information off the phone that could eliminate you as a suspect, like right from the start. It's up to you.
It feels like you're pretty suspecting of me. Well, how about this? How about I come see you guys later today after work or something like that? Because I got fucking other shit in there that I don't necessarily want you to be like looking at. You know what I'm saying?
I understand this, but again,
I promise you, I don't care what you look at.
No, it's not like fucking like freak shit like that.
Karena butuh pergerakan cepat, polisi langsung bergerak ke rumah tunangan Nathaniel yang bernama Hermalinda. Langkah ini diambil karena polisi udah memegang bukti digital yang sangat kuat dari ponsel Zoraida. Kedatangan polisi ke rumah Hermalinda jadi poin krusial untuk membongkar motif perselingkuhan tersebut sekaligus mengecek sejauh mana keterlibatan Nathaniel dalam kasus pembunuhan keji ini.
Hello. Hi, Ermelinda. My name is Detective Garcia.
Hello.
From the Romeo Police Department. This is Detective Wagner.
Hello.
I know you know what's going on and why you were here. Okay? I know you were talking on the phone with your husband right now.
Husband
Okay.
or boyfriend?
This is
Okay. Does he live here with you? How long have you guys been together?
2015.
Okay. We're investigating a murder. Okay? So, we have in our possession some phones, okay? And in those phones, we're doing what it's called a phone dump. So what happens is if anybody's talking on a text app that you can download, for example, Text Now, we can retrieve those messages.
Okay.
We have retrieved those messages. All right, we've read them. They're pretty clear that somebody's pretty upset at the victim. Okay, is there any way that these text messages are going to come back to you, or your name, or your phone, or anything associated with that? Okay.
So we'd like to speak with you without him present. Are you okay with that?
Sure, do you want me to walk away?
Wherever you're comfortable.
Wherever you're comfortable, right?
Well, the dogs are all around. So
Oh yeah, but we're out front or in the house in the backyard, right? I'm not saying go in the house, but we can talk with you out over here. If you're okay with that, we can go over by my car if you'd like.
I mean, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Di sini, Hermalinda sebenarnya udah tahu kalau Nathaniel itu selingkuh, tapi dia mengira hubungan gelap tunangannya itu udah berakhir.
When's the last time you knew you had an affair?
When we first started dating,
2015?
2015 to maybe 17.
We believe he's had multiple or many affairs while you two have been together.
I was hoping that they were done because I was hoping to trust, because you have to.
When you find out about him, like what happens? You guys get into arguments? Do you talk to the women that he's having affairs with?
No, for what?
I don't know.
No.
Leave your man alone kind of thing?
No, I'm too old for that.
I'm-
I'm 50 years old. There's no reason for me to, no. And quite honestly, it's not the female's fault. It's his fault.
Right.
So, no.
What about a man by the name of Alberto Rolon?
Have I ever heard of a man?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Have you ever met Zoraida?
No.
You seen a picture of her?
No.
So that name comes up to you because you saw it.
Well, really, that name stuck in my head because that night I thought, are you cheating on me?
Was the person calling?
They're calling in.
Okay.
More than once. And it was a long name. I thought it was Bartholomew, actually. It was a long name, but
So when we asked your husband if he knew this person, Zoraida, he said, I've never heard that name. Why would he be lying to us?
I don't know. I don't know.
Should I believe him?
I don't know. Please don't tell him said
We're not
this.
going to tell him anything.
I thought that you guys said to him he was having an affair. Somebody said he's having an affair.
Okay. Well, that is probably very accurate.
You're trying to find out if he killed the husband?
We're trying to find out who was involved. So we're talking to everyone. We're talking to you. We're talking to him. We're talking to other people because, as you may be aware, people lie to the police, right? So we don't know who's lying.
Karena saat ini belum punya cukup bukti kuat buat menahan mereka, polisi melepas Nathaniel dan Hermalinda gitu aja. Tapi polisi terus bergerak melakukan penyelidikan. Sampai akhirnya dapat rekaman CCTV yang melihatkan mobil milik Hermalinda melintas di sekitar rumah korban pada jam pembunuhan. Setelah diperiksa lebih lanjut, polisi mengetahui bahwa saat mobil itu melintas di sekitar rumah korban, Hermalinda berada di balik kemudi, sementara Nathaniel duduk sebagai penumpang. Temuan ini semakin memperkuat dugaan bahwa keduanya punya keterlibatan dalam kasus pembunuhan ini. Polisi pun balik lagi ke rumah mereka untuk menyita mobil tersebut.
It's evidence. Yeah, we're getting a search warrant for it. Okay, so unfortunately you can't touch the car right now. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sadar kalau polisi udah semakin dekat dengan mereka, Nathaniel dan Hermalinda memutuskan buat langsung ancap gas kabur hari itu juga menggunakan mobil lain. Nah, malamnya, keluarga Hermalinda melaporkan bahwa Hermalinda hilang setelah mereka nggak bisa menemui maupun menghubunginya. Di malam yang sama, polisi kemudian menyebarkan pengumuman kepada seluruh kepolisian karena Nathaniel kini dianggap sebagai terduga yang cukup kuat dalam kasus pembunuhan tersebut. Keesokan paginya, mobil yang mereka gunakan untuk melarikan diri terdeteksi oleh kamera pemindai plat nomor di negara bagian Oklahoma. Dan keberadaan mereka kemudian terekam kamera CCTV di sebuah Walmart. Petugas kepolisian Oklahoma yang mendapat laporan langsung bergerak cepat mendatangi lokasi Walmart tersebut. Tapi pas polisi mencoba menyergap dan menghentikan kendaraan mereka, Nathaniel malah nekat menancap gas dan melarikan diri. Pengejaran dramatis pun terjadi di jalan tol sampai akhirnya mobil mereka hilang kendali dan menabrak pembatas.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out now! Come out now!
Nahasnya di sini Hermalinda tewas karena ditembak Nathaniel, sedangkan Nathaniel juga tewas karena bunuh diri. Misteri kasus ini baru terbongkar full setelah polisi membedah ribuan pesan di HP mereka. Dari forensik digital itulah terungkap plot gila Hermalinda. Hermalinda nekat menyamar menggunakan berbagai akun anonim sebagai bagian dari skenario organisasi kriminal Meksiko dan Bulgaria untuk memanipulasi pikiran Nathaniel, serta menuduh kalau Zoraida adalah mata-mata pihak lain yang harus dieksekusi. Jadi motif mendasar Hermalinda melakukan manipulasi sejauh ini adalah karena sakit hati dan balas dendam setelah mengetahui Nathaniel berselingkuh dengan Zoraida. Tragisnya, sampai nafas terakhirnya, Nathaniel sama sekali nggak pernah tahu kalau sosok kartel yang memerintahkannya dan membawanya ke kehancuran ini sebenarnya adalah tunangannya sendiri. Jadi kasus ini nggak sampai ke persidangan karena semua pelakunya udah tewas. Dan buat kalian, tetap jaga diri, stay safe di jalan, sampai ketemu di kasus berikutnya. Bye!